innovative people within this beautiful small town.
Most of us regularly dream of escaping our daily routines in search of our moment of peace. For some, that moment is having a relaxing day at the beach. For others, it's experiencing the sights and smells of a new city. Whatever that moment is for you, at least at one point in our lives, we've all experienced the yearning for adventure.
I've always been drawn to the outdoors, having spent my childhood summers mountain biking around forests and lakes. There's something about being in that environment that just really makes me feel at home. More recently, after seeing countless videos online of riders all around the world riding in all these amazing places, it really made me think, the UK must have something to offer. So I started researching, and one of the places that kept coming up was Wales, specifically the Brecon Beacons. After a bit more time, I found the perfect Airbnb for us to stay in and mapped out the route for us to get there, starting at Ace Cafe in London and finishing at our Airbnb in Salem Village in South Wales. Alongside this, I also found the main spots for us to visit during our trip, and they were Gospel Pass, Black Mountain Pass, Elan Valley, and of course we had to stop over at the local biker hotspot, Baffle Haus. However, I wanted to make this experience truly special, and one of the things that I've always wanted to do is to ride along the beach during sunrise. So I found a beach in South Wales, which is actually known for its motor history, where many land speed records were broken, and it's a beach that you can still ride on to this day. Or so I thought, but we'll get back to that later on in the journey. By pure coincidence, as I was doing my research, I got a message from my mate Dan asking if I wanted to go to Wales next weekend to check out Baffle Haus. And at this point, I knew that we had to go. However, to me, there was still one thing missing. Having spent a lot of my time solo traveling around the world, one of my favorite things has been the random encounters that you have with what are at first complete strangers, but very quickly become close friends. So without giving it much thought, I decided to invite Matt, who I'd been following on Instagram for a while, and although we'd exchanged a few messages, we've never actually had a proper conversation. As soon as I'd hit send, the absurdity of my request came to realization, with the onset of slight anxiety. However, to my surprise, Matt responded almost immediately. So I invited Matt to jump on a quick Zoom call to let him know the plan and finalize a few details. And just like that, everything was set.
And we've made it to Ace Cafe, ladies and gentlemen. I'm completely drenched and I've only been riding for 10 minutes. Let's go say hi to the boys. Yo, yo, yo. Hey, what's up, man?
Just had a couple of coffees with the boys. Everyone's getting ready for the trip. I mean, it's really not ideal today. I was kind of hoping that would be nice and sunny, but of course, springtime is May and we get greeted by beautiful British spring in the rain. About 140 miles to go for the journey, so we're gonna take it easy. Should take us about 3-4 hours, and the first main stop is gonna be at Baffle Haus over in Wales. Really excited to check it out. I've heard a lot of good things about it. So let's quickly check out what the boys are riding today. So we've got Dan, who's on the Scrambler 1200 XC. I mean, it's pretty similar to the bike I ride. I ride the XC version. This one's just slightly taller. Of course, you see the gold Elan forks, which are slightly wider in diameter as well, and it's just a bit more off-road focus. Then of course we got my baby, the 1200 XC, looking beautiful. I did wash it for some reason last night, but I mean, that's just gone to waste because all the rain's gonna just dry out and it's gonna be dirty again, but it is what it is. And then we've got Matt as well. Matt's gonna be on the Honda 750 Africa Twin. I absolutely love this bike. I mean, I'm not the tallest of riders, so even this one seems a bit intimidating for me, if I'm honest, but it's such a beautiful ride. I mean, he's got storage for days. You can pretty much just move a house on this thing. But yeah, it's incredible. Also, if you haven't been to Ace Cafe, this place is really, really cool. It's one of the oldest biker spots in the south of England. Cheers. How we doing, boys?
All good.
All good? All good.
Ready?
Dan suited and booted. By the way, Dan, what boots are you wearing? Intercoms are working? Look at this guy, matching his bike perfectly. Jeez!
We keep it real over here.
So it's been a super wet couple of hours. We finally got here to Baffle Haus and it's closed. I mean, that's completely our bad for not checking, well, I say our bad, my bad, for not checking the closing times of this place. But just having a quick look around, it is pretty cool. We're gonna have to come back here another day, probably tomorrow, maybe tomorrow or Sunday for lunchtime. We'll travel around the Brecon Beacons and then yeah, we'll actually get to finally check this place out. In the meantime, check out the bikes. They are pretty muddy right now, but to say it's been a fun ride would be one hell of an over-exaggeration. It's been so wet. But I guess on to the next place. Matt, how you feeling?
I'm a little bit soaked, I'll be honest. You know? I've had better days, I've got quite pretty fingers, but other than that.
That's exactly what I was saying. Guys, I mean, I'm super hungry right now. So we're gonna have to try and find a place to eat. Yeah. Hopefully not too far away.
We're all feeling pretty ravenous at the moment. So it's a lot.
Exactly, I was really looking forward to tucking into a burger right now.
Don't even say burger, I don't want to hear it. Hear it.
Currently 4:05. I don't know if that's focused. It's currently 4:05 in the morning. Yeah, super tired. I didn't actually film yesterday. Once we got back to the Airbnb, to be honest, we were just all too tired. We just quickly went into town, got some Indian takeout, and then had a bit of a chat and just crashed really. So, especially considering the early start we've got right now. But super exciting because I thought it would be really cool if we head down to Pendine, which is only about 30 odd miles from where we're staying, head down to the beach for sunrise. Yeah. In the meantime, let's go. I don't know if people are up yet, but let's go and see if anyone's awake. So made it down to Pendine Sands beach. I say we.
unfortunately just me on my own. The rest of the guys, I mean, fair enough, it was a very long day, and I get why maybe some people didn't want to get up too early. But we made it down to the beach. I mean, my hair's a mess, it's so windy here, and it's absolutely stunning. I was hoping to get a bit more filming done. The boys are going to head here soon, so they'll probably get here in about half hour, 40 minutes. Not sure exactly how many people. There's already a few people here on the beach walking their dogs, as you would, especially on such a beautiful day like this. Yeah, I mean, it's so nice to just be able to see now the city. But yeah, I'm gonna get some drone footage. I did get to ride along the beach because when I got here there was absolutely no one here. It was just so peaceful, quiet. Still a bit of the sunrise as well. Yeah, such a beautiful experience. I was hoping to get a bit more drone footage of me actually riding along the beach, but it might just be POV GoPro. We'll see once the boys come what we can put together. But yeah, at the moment, what a morning. Out of nowhere, I was literally coming back to get my tripod, and I just hear this bike in the distance, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's Matt's bike. And yeah, lo and behold, he's here. Such a sick bike. I love that Africa Twin. But yeah, so the plan now is Matt's gonna head down to the beach. I'm gonna get the drone out, film some footage of him riding along. Hopefully that should be good. And then, I don't know, we might do a little switch. I mean, I nearly wiped out on the beach earlier, so I don't know, I'll give it another go.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
You don't like that.
And
Very
they
good.
dare to have a go at us.
We need to get out of licorice with these people chasing us now.
100%.
So we finished breakfast, and I guess the people of Pendine aren't too happy with us. We very quickly became the most hated people within this beautiful small town. We had, I don't know exactly who he was. Do you remember who he was, Matt?
I think he was the head of the local council.
Yeah, the head of the local council basically came up to us as we were eating breakfast and said they had a bunch of complaints about us riding on the beach and using a drone. I did get the clearance for using a drone, and we tried to be respectful. We came here in the morning when there was no one around, so I guess now we need to make our way back. But riding was amazingly fun. I had such a good time. The times were surprisingly good. A few sketchy parts, but overall I think we got some amazing footage. What a way to start the morning. I didn't quite catch the sunrise, but it was still coming up, so really happy with that. Dan decided to come along as well. So I think right now we're gonna get on the bikes. We need to pressure wash them because they're absolutely filthy, covered in sand. And then back to the Airbnb, charge up the drone batteries and get ready, probably for Elan Valley and Devil's Staircase. I never know how to do outros.
Having solo traveled around the world, one of my favorite things. I haven't solo traveled around the world. Spent time solo traveling. So I invited Matt to jump on a quick Zoom call. Blah. Why is this so hard?